Excuse me. Alrighty. So we are live today for our Patreon pairing drawing. So for those of you who are unaware, we have a Patreon. We've had one since, I believe, 2019. And every year we give away a free animal, at least one a year. So this year I've decided to do something a little bit different, and I'm doing two drawings. One of them is for everybody, and the other one is for those who are in the upper two tiers. So this, because it's the one that was laid first, and we're at that point in the development of the hatchling, is actually the second one. So there are 8 people, I believe, who are in the running for this animal. The pairing on this was, so there were 2 males. The first male was a Hurricane Lesser Het Sunset. The second male that we put in later, that one I believe to be a Pastel Cinnamon Lesser Sunset. And the female was a Het Sunset. So when we had the eggs laid, everybody got to vote on which egg they wanted to be the Patreon egg, and it was filled with this animal here. So this is not a hurricane. It is definitely a pewter, a pastel cinnamon, which makes this a pastel cinnamon 100% Het Sunset. And we are giving this away today to somebody, whoever wins. So it is a male. It is finally eating. So it's funny, I've delayed this drawing for a little while because it wasn't eating. And it's really weird because, so typically when we have hatchlings come out of the egg, we offer them live prey for the first couple meals, get 2 or 3 meals in them consecutively, and then we'll swap them over to frozen thawed, especially if that's what the customer wants. So we did just that. We offered, I want to say I offered 3 meals to this one, and this one declined every meal offered. So I decided a couple days ago, I think it was a couple days ago or yesterday, I can't remember, that I would just offer a frozen thawed rodent. So I did. And it instantly took it. 100% instantly. So that tells me that obviously it just didn't like the idea of eating live, or it was, it was scared by the rodent, whatever the case may be. But it took frozen thawed right off the rip. Now this animal will stay here for at least 2 more consecutive feedings before I actually ship it out to the winner. But we're still going to figure out who the winner is today. So what's up to the 2 people who've commented? It's good to see you guys. Appreciate you swinging by. So yeah, so this is drawing, technically this is drawing number 2 that I've set up for the year. The first Patreon pairing is actually due to lay any day now. So once that's laid, then everybody will get a choice to put in their vote for which egg will be the Patreon egg, and then we'll mark that down on the egg, and I will put it in the incubator, and in 2 months we'll cut the eggs, and we'll see what they get the opportunity to win out of that clutch. So this is the first one. So again, looking at the animal, I don't see hurricane. I definitely see cinnamon. So with that being said, this is a pewter, so pastel cinnamon, 100% Het Sunset. There we go. Try to zoom in a bit. So beautiful little animal. And it's going to be going to somebody for free. Because that's how I do it. All right. So I'm going to use random.org as I always have in the past for any of these kind of drawings. I have a list here right on the screen, which I'll zoom in when we get to that point. There are, I think is a total 8? Yeah, it's 8 people. 6 of them have their name in the drawing once. In the uppermost tier, those 2 people, they get their name in the drawing twice. So there will be 10 names, and it's actually 8 people. So we will do, I got the list in here. All the names are currently randomized on there. And then I'll come over here first to the dice roller. And what will happen is I'll click the roll dice button. It'll roll 2 dice. I will take those 2 numbers, I'll add them together. And then I'll go back to the list. And then when I get over here, I will click on the randomize button that's on the bottom of the screen there. The amount of times that the 2 dice add up to. And then after that, we will be all set. And it'll tell us who the winner is. And I will reach out to that person. I'll get their shipping info and whatnot. And then I'll probably offer another meal in about 3 days. And then another one probably by the end of next week. So really, in 2 weeks, we could be shipping this animal out. So that's how it's going to work. So yeah. So I'm going to zoom in to the list. And I'm going to, all right, that should be good enough. Let me rotate my camera here. All right. So those are the people. So we got Chris, Guy, Jordan, Ann, Guy again, Ann again, Will, Amanda, Barton, and Todd. So that is the people who are in the running for this animal. And again, they don't pay shipping. They don't pay nothing. So they get this animal free of charge for being a Patreon member. And then all these people plus a handful more will be in the running for the other animal when that is cut and that one starts to feed. Again, once that clutch lays, which should be really any day. I think it's due tomorrow, actually. Yes, it's due tomorrow. So, all right. Everybody's waited long enough, that's for sure. So we're going to jump into this and get ourselves a winner. Make sure this boy doesn't bite me in the process. All right, I rolled dice. It looks like double 6s, so 12. So we will randomize the list 12 times. And then the person whose name is at the very top of the list after the 12th roll or 12th randomize, that'll be the winner. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. The winner is Guy Olson. Congratulations, Guy. You are the winner of this animal. So again, what we got here looks like a pewter het sunset. So pastel cinnamon het sunset. I don't I don't think there's lesser in that animal. I know the alien heads are kind of like pulling down a little bit. So I mean, I don't know. I don't think there's lesser. But yeah, looks like pastel cinnamon. And then it'd be het sunset. So great animal to have. It is a male. So I mean, in a project like this, I believe having a nice 2-3 gene male, even if it's a het, is still a great position to be in if you want to get into the sunset stuff. Otherwise, Um, obviously, if you had a female, it'd be better, but this male will be able to go to multiple females, next season. And the best part of it is now that we have shed testing for sunset, you can even put this male to things that are not visual or het sunset, and then do some shed testing on like your best animals that you produce and see what's actually het for sunset and hold that stuff back. So, shed testing has brought the ability of doing het to het and het to nothing pairings back to making it worth the investment on a higher dollar project like this. So that's going to do it. Fairy Tale Exotics, there is the winner. I hope you're happy. I like to bounce ideas off you. As far as this guy, do you think it's got lesser? The way those alien heads are pulled down? I think it's got to be a cinnamon pastel. I mean, obviously, if you look at this side especially, you can see, the rounded alien heads. But it's just weird how these are pulled down. I mean, I guess this could potentially be lesser as well. I don't know. How much did your snake cost and how long have you had it? Well, I guess my question to be, well, what snake? If you're talking about this one I hatched. And it hatched out on like right around the 10th, I think it was, of July. So it's been just about a month that's been out of the eggs. And like I said, it's had one meal, so it's got to have a couple more meals before it goes out the door. But if that's your ask about this animal, I hatched it, so it didn't cost anything. Unless you want to talk about how much it cost to buy the mom and produce the male, then you're talking technically thousands of dollars I have invested in the project to produce this animal. But the winner is getting this animal free. So we're going to give it away, and we have just figured out who the winner is. So, yeah, we're going to give this one away for free. So, all right, guys, that's going to do it. Appreciate you swinging by. If you're watching this video, I'd appreciate if you hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I should have an egg pulling in the next day or two, I hope. I think I have 2 that are about to ovulate any day, really. So we'll have a couple more clutches, in about another month or so, 6 weeks. And then I'm still pairing, a half dozen? Still pairing 4 others, technically. So, yeah, we're getting close to the end of this year. And I have a lot of really good animals lined up for next season. I just got to sit down once this season finally comes to a close and decide what I want to pair as far as males and females. But a lot of sunset stuff, a lot of monarch stuff, and looking forward to next season and putting some of these males that I've been growing up and these females I've been growing up for a couple of years to work. So, thanks again. I appreciate it. You guys take care, and we'll see you on the next video.